Hello everybody, my name is Eric Grunberg and I'm one of the inventors of the Woodside Guitar support. And you see here I have that mounted on my guitar. This video is intended to help people who are thinking about buying a Woodside guitar support or who already have one, and they have a question in their mind of whether or not they would need or would benefit from the angle block accessory. This particular unit is my own personal unit, and actually I do use the angle block. But I'm going to take you through the different setups with no angle block and with the two different options of angle block, which both come with the accessory. If you buy the accessory, you get both options, a 15-degree and a 25-degree angle block. So let me take you through all the different positions that you can achieve with the angle block, and you can make your own decision. What I have here is the standard unit. There is no angle block on that one. It's a standard unit. It does already have a bias, an angular bias from this flat surface here of 14 degrees, and then of course you do have this adjustment here on the ball end rod ball socket. But most people seem to put the angle more towards this way, not towards this way, at least from what we've seen. So if somebody is holding let me just show you the position. If I have no angle block, the guitar is a little more horizontal in this position. So if this position is your position that feels comfortable to you, then the standard unit without angle block should be fine. And as long as you're not having any issues, just continue using this as you would like. I will mention that typically, if no angle block, you'll probably have the height setting fairly short. So I have no extender, no collar extender in here, just have the standard extender rod, and I can get some elevation out of that. But I'll show you something that happens if you end up elevating it too much with the lift kit or even with the standard extender collar that comes with the product. But again, if you're using a fairly low position, you'll be fine without the angle block. Now let me show you what happens if we have a really high extension and no angle block. Okay, here again I have no angle block, standard unit, and I have the collar extender, and I have the extender rod extended almost fully. I could even have more collar extenders with the lift kit, but this is it's just the standard unit. Everything that you see here comes with the standard product. So some people may want this high position, maybe because they're a taller person. In that case, if they're a really tall person, the angle might be different. And this could be fine for some people. This position could be fine. However, with some people, what I noticed is that they would want the guitar rest closer to this part of the body. So if I try to loosen my ball end rod, see, it's as far as it can go already. And so what some people do is they end up pushing on the guitar because they really want the leg rest more over here. They want the guitar over more like this. So what happens in that case is they're physically forcing the guitar into the position they want, but it's outside the range of the standard product. So if you're playing and you're pushing and pushing and pushing, then it's hard for me to do, but I may actually start to get these grippers to loosen and maybe even break free. Again, it's not easy to do, but some people, if they're playing for some time and they're pushing down on the lower bout with their arm, or they're putting their weight on here, this could eventually come out. Okay, it's starting to come out now. And so there. If that's happening to you when you're playing, it's because this is outside its range and you're trying to get it to be like this, but it can't get to this angle with the standard configuration. So if you're not having any problem with that, if you're comfortable in this range, in this position, and you're not forcing it, then you don't need the angle block. But if you're forcing it and this leading edge of the gripper is coming off, it's a good sign that you will probably need the angle block and you'll benefit a lot from that. Let me show you the 15-degree angle block next. Here's the same angle block kit with the 25-degree. So when you buy the angle block, you'll get the 15-degree and the 25-degree. You can probably see, if I hold them here, you can probably see that the 25-degree is more steep. Okay, there's more inclination. So the 15-degree is a good starting point. Let me go into that a little bit in the next usage video. Okay, here I am now with my guitar support and the 15-degree angle block. Now you can already see that the leg rest itself is closer to the lower bout than I'm able to get with no angle block, because we have 15 degrees more here. I might also mention that if you use the angle block, then the angle choices that you have with the ball socket are wider, because you're not using up all your angle in side to side here, but you can use some of your angle front to back, some of this angle front to back. If you're pulling all the way to this side, then you don't have any room for front to back, or as you move front to back, you're losing some of the side to side angle. So it gives you a little more flexibility in this other axis. It's another benefit of the angle block. Okay, so let me tighten this up, and I actually like to lean mine forward a little bit, and you might want to play with that. And that's one of the things, again, that's nice about the angle block, is you have more choices of variables to consider and experiment with in your playing position. So here I have the 15-degree angle block, and while it's somewhat independent about how high you raise the guitar, in fact, it's not totally independent. They're related. As you raise the guitar more, you're more likely going to need more angle. So here's my position now with the 15-degree, and it's a good medium. I have quite a bit of additional range in my angle. You can see the guitar is much more upright, and with the angle block, my lower bout is going more this way. So for most people, they'll probably find that more comfortable because your arm can rest more naturally to the side here. You're not having to lift your arm up. So it's probably helpful for a lot of people on the right hand. So here again, 15-degree angle block. And next I'll show you the 25-degree. Again, this is the standard product. There's no lift kit or anything here. There's a collar extender being used here, but it's not necessary to use. You can use it or not. It's your choice, depending on how much lift you really need. So for me, this is already a little bit high, and you can see that the leg rest comes really close to the lower bout. And I see a lot of players these days using a position, maybe with some other type of guitar support, where it's mounted way down here. And you can see that, see now the guitar is very vertical, and the lower bout is here. It's not causing my arm to lift up like this. And some people will find this a very comfortable playing. Keep in mind is that the support pillar here, we call this the support pillar between the leg rest and the cradle, it should be nearly vertical. If it's at a big angle, then you're more likely to put stress on these grippers to pull them off the guitar. So that's another thing to keep in mind when considering whether to use an angle block or not. Now I know in this particular set, my angle's actually down like this a little bit. So if I loosen this, I could also position it like this. Some people might like that, but I think most people that use the angle block are using it something like this. And again, you have more back and forth movement in the ball socket mechanism by using the angle block, because I don't need the ball socket to give me this movement. I'm just using the ball socket for this back and forth. And that can make things really comfortable for you if you want your guitar angled out with the bottom out more, or with the top more towards the listener. You have this adjustment here. So you just get more of that adjustment when you're using the angle block. Again, this is the 25-degree one. We have again here, standard product, no angle block. We have the 15-degree angle block here, and then the 25-degree angle block here. You can see the difference. I put all them together. No angle block. The middle one's 15 degree, and the one on this side is 25. So I hope this video was helpful for you in assessing whether you would benefit from this accessory. If you buy the Pro version of our product, it comes with all these accessories. You can try these changes and many other things as well. Keep in mind, we do have a video on YouTube. You can find how to actually install the accessory if you're having any trouble with that. I'll put a link to that below. And feel free to comment or write to us at our support line if you have any questions. Also, please contact your dealer. They're there to help you with any questions you have, and most of our dealers are very good at understanding the product. Thank you for watching.